Hey, shout out to the real ones, man. We had a lot of
Brand new
people on the channel that didn't know what was happening when I exploded in my last video, but I'm just sick to death of everybody complaining about not wanting to, quote, break the bank, sell the farm, when we were just talking about parting ways with the first round pick. Don't you think your savior, Bradley Mathias, Jerome Cornelius Holmes, has built a good enough team that we could part ways with a first round pick if needed in order to get to the promised land that is the Super Bowl? Well, it turns out we might not even have to do that. According to Diana Rossini, check this out, coming from her Twitter account, says the Bengals have been actively engaged in trade discussions surrounding Trey Hendrickson for weeks. And sources tell her and someone else. According to teams that have reached out, Cincinnati isn't only seeking draft capital in return, they're also targeting defensive players in a potential deal. Well. Okay. All right. So they don't want just draft capital. They want a defensive players as well, right? Now, in my opinion, I almost said Trey Songz. Which one of y'all? Man, I almost said Trey Songz. Trey Hendrickson, okay, not to be confused with Trey Flowers, is on the trade block, and they could have got more for him. Now, early on in this process, they wanted a first-round pick. No NFL team really budged on that, all right? So now that it's so late in the offseason, the NFL season officially starts in less than, as a matter of fact, 3 weeks from today, we have our first NFL action. It might be a little too late, right? Not only has Trey Hendrickson held out, but he is going to not get a preseason with the team that he goes to. I think he's going to be traded. It's just a matter of where. And I hope that it's our team. I really do, man, because if it's our team, you will not hear a complaint from me for a very long time. Like, real talk. If Brad was to do this, then he will have earned me for me to shut up. Like, that's where we at. If you want me to shut up talking about it, then make sure Brad make this happen, okay? If not, I don't believe, I'm sorry, I believe in Marcus Davenport. But I saw that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to get less compensation because they waited too late. So this is fantastic. But as you can see from this screenshot or this Twitter here, according to teams that have reached out, let me see why that's not. Let me see if we can get that up in there. Is that why? There we go. There we go. I gotta lower that a little bit. According to teams that have reached out. All right, let me do one more because it's kind of killing me when stuff ain't right. Nope, then that's too small. But we gotta go up there. Okay, that's where it was. All right, so according to Diana Rossini, they want some defensive players as well. Well, come on down. We got the right ones for you. So let's see, what can we give for Trey Hendrickson? Not Trey Songz or not Trey Flowers, but Trey Hendrickson, because Trey Songz is the first thing that he hasn't been relevant in a minute, right? I'll tell you how old I am. But so we probably, first is out of the question. Lions don't have a third for next year. So with a second, would you be willing to part with a second? Yes. Would you be willing to, I'll answer the question for you, part with a second round pick in 2026 for Trey Hendrickson? Absolutely. Our team is right at the precipice of greatness. All right. But let's look at the draft compensation. We already did that. Let's look at what defensive players could we get the Bengals to take? I mean, Lord have mercy. So I got our defensive. This is the defensive playlist. I'm sorry, depth chart. See, songs are on my mind. All right. So let's say that we get Trey Hendrickson and a pick or two back. We give them the second round pick in 2026 and two players back. Now, let's say we get one pick from the Cincinnati Bengals, and Trey, they get our second round pick and two players as well. So they want some players involved in this. Who could we part ways with? I'm going to tell you right now. Let's go by depth, okay? Right now, I'm throwing in Marcus Davenport. Facts. You can have either one or both of these guys. I'm throwing in either one or both of these guys. Now, they'll probably want somebody on the D-line, but they could also draft somebody on the D-line with that second round pick that they would get from us. Of course, none of these starters, none of this first string is going at all. I don't see anybody from the second string going. Grant, ain't no way we part with him. Derek Barnes. So right now, real talk, I'm thinking, of course, you got, could you throw in a Roy Lopez? I'm giving you Davenport first. I will offer him up on a platter. And Josh Pascal. All right. Push come to shove. You can get Roy. You can get Mitchell Agude. Now let's go down. Would they consider Muhammad? These guys kind of ball out in the preseason. Zach Cunningham. I don't know. I couldn't give you Malcolm. I could not give you Malcolm. The only way I give you Rodriguez, man, is if that was the deal sweetener. I would give you Malcolm because Malcolm is on his last year. So I would give you Malcolm. Theoretically, Malcolm could get traded to the Cincinnati Bengals and come back to Detroit as a free agent. It wouldn't happen like that, but it probably, it's a possibility. So, and there is nobody. Can I give you Broderick Martin? Can I give you that? So, let's focus on the D-line, because that is what the Detroit Lions are probably going to have to part ways with. So I'm going to give you, let me see. I will give you, Muhammad, Lynn, any one of these guys. Any one of these guys, I'm giving you. He's hurt. I wouldn't part with him anyway. Any one of these guys I would give you. So do you think any of these guys that are on the D-line behind Aleem, DJ Reader, Marcus Davenport, and Hutch would be enough to swing to entice the Cincinnati Bengals to part ways with the Detroit Lions, with Trey Hendrickson? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's tough. But I'm going to tell you like this. Because of what we're dealing with when it comes to how late the Cincinnati Bengals have waited, I think that a team has a lot of wiggle room. We know Brad is a fleecer. He's a finesser, right? He done fleeced the Minnesota Vikings GM a couple times. He done fleeced, right? Y'all think he won the Matthew Stafford trade? I disagree, because they got a Super Bowl, but I think we're very close. I think if we get a Super Bowl, then it's a win-win, right? I think our team would have more value than, from the trade, but the Super Bowl was the ultimate goal. The Rams have it. We don't. So I got to give it to the Rams now. But if Brad can pull this off, he could be able to throw somebody in here. The Bengals defense sucks. And check this out. They lost Sam Hubbard. Their cornerbacks are terrible, and they're about to lose Trey Hendrickson. So if you could sweeten the pot in so many different ways. Even if you threw in another draft pick, I'm just saying, man. So the Bengals obviously want to compete right now. They want to compete right now. They don't want to have to wait too long. That's what this tweet tells me. The fact that they want players for now in return. I'm giving you, and I'm like, dog, we got all these hurt people on the squad, because I could give you, like I said, bruh, if they call right now and they say, let's start from the second string, who's available? Okay, we know Tyleek is not, but Agude, Roy, Pascal, absolutely. Muhammad, Wingo, O'Connor, absolutely. Anybody from over here, sorry. And if I had to, bro, I'm getting rid of Malcolm Rodriguez. I love Malcolm, but this is a business, right? This is a business. And Malcolm Rodriguez is on the last year of his deal. The Lions will re-sign him, because Brad always re-signs people that's hurt. Malcolm is on his last year. So anybody that got hurt, Levi will be back next year. I have no doubt about it. He'll be back. Levi, I would love if he was healthy, man. He would have been the first to go. It would have been Davenport then Levi. But if they could take any one of these guys, Lopez, Agude, Pascal, Pat O'Connor, Mekhi Wingo, Muhammad, Nate Lynn, anybody from over here, listen, look, we talking about 90 men. Not all these guys making the team anyway. But then if you look at the Bengals, right, and they're probably not going to take any of these guys. None of these guys are going to make the team. So the enticement would be here. So if I had to keep it a buck, I'll give you Josh Pascal. You can put him on the line immediately, barring that he's good to go. Like I said, bro, I'm giving you Davenport. You can have Davenport for free if you wanted to. Trey would take his place. If you wanted Marcus over Pascal, absolutely. Absolutely. And they'll probably ask for somebody on the back end too. I don't know. Anybody but a starter, though. Rock Ya-Sin, Maddox, anybody, right? So let me know what you think, man. Is there any way the Detroit Lions could pull this off? Anyway, for me, I'm like, yo, I'll give you 2 picks and 2 players, whatever it is. I'll give you a second. We don't have a third. So put in the comment section, what would you consider parting ways with to acquire Trey Hendrickson? And remember now, it's only going to be a year. And that's one of the reasons too why his capital, this is fantastic. Brad cannot at least try. That's all I'm asking you to do. Because think about it. The Bengals compensation is they're going to have to take what they can get. Because this guy is going to be a one-year wonder, right? He's probably going to sign with whatever team. And if it's not a bum team, if it's a good team, they're already paying players. And we're going to have to pay players. So Trey Hendrickson, I keep wanting to say songs. Which one of y'all? Trey Hendrickson is only going to be on this team for the next year, right? So because of that, because he's on the last year of his deal, their bargaining chip, they don't have much. You're getting a loaner. But I assure you that there is a championship caliber team that will trade for him. The Rams, perhaps. Let Les Snead. Howie Roseman just traded for John Mechie. So maybe he's thinking on the receiver. So now they got A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Mechie as well. I'm telling you. So the Eagles, they might feel that they good on defense. Didn't they get Campbell or somebody went over there? So they good on defense. Maybe they trying to stack that offense now, right? So somebody, a contender who thinks that Trey Hendrickson will take them over the top will, in fact, trade for him. I guarantee. They will try their best to do it. Hopefully, Trey don't end up on one of these scrub teams that's rebuilding, like the Panthers or the Browns or something like that. I saw the Colts, the Panthers, and there's another team that is interested in Trey, that he cannot stop where he goes. And if you think about it too, if the Colts really smart, they gonna send him to the NFC. As long as he don't go to the Eagles, the Chiefs, good Lord, or the San Francisco 49ers. Don't you dare let the 49ers get a hold of him. Let any contending team get a hold of Trey Hendrickson, and y'all gonna pop a gasket. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.